Hello and welcome to another episode of our Daily Groove. My name is Kit Mills, and today's Daily Groove is the waltz. So we're going to start out with a fairly simple groove that's very useful, especially for more traditional waltzes. But hang in there even if you know this one, because I'm going to show you another variation on it a little later that gets used more often in some more contemporary music, especially I think in country. So let's take a look. The first and biggest thing is to realize it's counted in 3 instead of 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and simply, here's what we have. The ride cymbal is going to play 1, 2, 3 over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll go a little slower because now we're going to add the bass drum and 2 snare drums. The bass will play on number 1, the snare will play on 2 and 3. So here's what we get. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go ahead and play that along with the metronome and work it up. So that's about where we were, about 70 beats per minute. I have it set so that the metronome is playing eighth notes in between as well. So we're getting 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2. And the reason I have that click on is so it's easier to feel when we need to hit it at a slow speed. Boom, da, 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 da. That's it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. That's it. Pretty simple. So now we're going to take it up a little faster. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. And the real challenge, I think, is just to settle into it. Okay? Let's go up to 90 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3. Pretty simple. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. And let's go up to 100 beats per minute. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Ready, go. We're getting into the tempos, or the speed, where some of the slower waltzes reside. Now there are waltzes that are slower than this, but when we're talking about more traditional waltzes, they don't tend to be much slower than this, because otherwise it'd be really hard to dance to. Okay, up to 110. 1 and 2 and 3. Just remember, bass, snare, snare, bass, snare, snare, bass, snare, snare. And 120. 1 and 2 and 3. 130. 1 and 2 and 3. And if at any point this starts to feel a little tough for you, back off. Don't worry about playing at that speed. And just know that that'll be something you'll want to work up toward a little later. But find a speed that feels comfortable for you. And settle in at that speed. Because you always want to be cultivating relaxation while you play. I'm going to continue with a few more tempos for those of you who are comfortable with it. Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3. 1, ready, go. Okay. 150. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, ready, go. And up to 160. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, ready, go. And up to 170. At this point, I'm going to get rid of the eighth note in between. 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3. And we'll do one more speed. 180. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This could be played over on the hi-hat too, but oftentimes I think we tend to prefer the ride just because it's more of an open sound. And that's it. Sometimes that's a little too traditional for some different waltzes that are played in other styles. Country music in particular has made use of waltz, which is to be expected because there's a lot of different folk influences that have filtered over into country. And of course, a lot of the folk music itself kind of cross-pollinated with different popular styles over the years. And the waltz, of course, is a massively influential style throughout much of Europe. So in country, a lot of times you will hear, especially in some of the older waltzes, you'll hear a snare drum on 3 only. So you get 1, no drum on 2, and then snare drum on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if you could already play the first groove, this should be even easier because you're dropping a second hit out of it. So let's try this. Let's drop down to 120 beats per minute, and we'll do a couple different tempos just to give you a taste of this one. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Pretty simple. 1, 2, 3. Now some of the country waltzes sit slower than this, and even slower than the traditional waltzes. It's not uncommon to have them be kind of more ballad-type songs. Often kind of either sad or sweet in own tone. 1, 2, 3, 1. Let's do 130 as well. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And let's do one more speed. 140. 1, 2, 3, 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So that's a variation off that basic waltz groove where we take out the second snare drum or the snare drum on beat 2 and just play one on beat 3. I hope that was useful to you. If you have any questions or comments or requests, please feel free to post them down in the comments section below. And you can also contact me anytime on my website, kitmills.com, and I'd be happy to answer you from there as well. Thank you so much for drumming with me today on this episode of Our Daily Groove, and I hope you'll join me next time. So, yeah, thank you so much. Until next time, keep on drumming. See ya.